Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another Warframe video here on the channel. Now today it is update 32.2 Lure's Prey. As you can see on screen, the Kuva was poured, the lamps were lit and the ritual of continuity began. The 51st Warframe Voruna is here, 4 beasts, 1 heart, with her loyal wolf pack. And all in all, there's a lot in this one. So, Lure's Prey, a deadly hunter stalks deserted Oregon halls on Lure, howling with uncontrollable rage. The Worm Queen has sent her forces to investigate and trap the predator for good. Discover the secrets residing on Lure for yourself with a new survival mission type, new Warframe, new weapons, and more. We have now got as well the Golden Men collection, which is basically Zagu Deluxe, so make sure you go and check that out. Void Adornment Bundle 3, so some more Void Shell skins. Prime Resurgence as well will be updated pretty much tomorrow, and Prime Access is also going to be updated on the 14th, as we now know, but on the 14th they will be releasing Baruch Prime with the Cobra and Crane Prime alongside the Afuris Prime. We have got a new login music as well for Warframe ready for Lure's Prey, which is very Wolf and Lure inspired. So you've got the elements of the Warframe login music there that you can hear, and the sort of slight howling of the woman's voice. It's very much a Warframe login music kind of vibe. I actually very much like that. It's very, very cool. So, as well, the Void exposes old scars and revives forgotten secrets in 2 new conjunction survival nodes on Lure, accessible to those who have completed the War Within. So obviously, this is a bit of a spoiler-based video, so make sure that you're careful. As well, with Voruna are the 2 new weapons, so there's a new axe called the Sarafang, and a new sniper called the Perigale. There are also 4 new Void Shell skins for Grendel, Frostmag and Voruna. There is also the Ureli changes to change Ureli. Grendel has had quite a rework, and there are 2 new Tenet weapons, so you can now get the Tenet Plinks from your Sisters of Parvos, and the Tenet Ferox, which is attainable from Ergo Last. And cross-platform playtests are still continuing on. So as we log in, we will get a lovely video.
No, I insist. You first. If you insist. How kind. How very kind. Kind? You must be thinking of my sister. Where is the fair lady then? Should we deal her in? Well, she sort of lost her head the last we played. Oh?
It's always intriguing to see the Worm Queen, I must admit. God, she's insane.
My queen! The track grow restless. Where are we to hunt?
To Lua.
Okay, Worm is officially insane. Although we already knew that, to be fair. So we have it. Card number 51, Voruna. And when we log in,
Tenno, Lua has felt my touch as I have felt its in return. Rescuing Lua and you from the void may be changing this place. The void stirs and shakes Lua to its core, exposing ancient halls long since abandoned. Smelling possible treasure, The Grineer Worm Queen ordered her troops to descend upon these newly exposed halls. They were instantly corrupted by its long-dormant Orokin neural sentry. The secrets that lie buried here are yours, not theirs. Infiltrate the Uvarium and Circulus. Survive the corrupted, and we will reclaim those secrets together.
Okay, so we have news of the new nodes, Uvarium and Circulus. And we also have a nice little update from Ordis. So the arsenal has been updated. In order to do so, they've given us a former. It's very nice of them. So, what do we want to do? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is double check my downstairs, because we have a new section for arcanes. So first thing you'll notice is that you've got to install that. There is now a new segment for arcanes. Between your mods and your incubator segment, there is now that new section downstairs for your arcanes. Instead of having to go into the foundry and going onto a separate tab, it just makes life a little bit easier. You can still access arcanes. Well, you've still got the button for it. But all in all, the fact that that is now there makes it a lot more accessible. The first thing I want to note here is we want to have a look at Lua, because that's where the update is. So if we go and have a look at Lua, you will notice that where it used to form the crescent moon, we now have two new nodes branching off of it. They are Uvarium and Circulus. We'll get Uvarium first, and these are the new mission type. So conjunction survival, yeah. Uvarium is the first one, 25 to 30. Circulus is a lot harder. Is level 80 to 100, so very, very difficult that one will be. But all in all, conjunction survival, what is it? Well, it's like a normal survival, but there'll be extra different units. So
Look at that. More kibble for the Drox. Save some for me, puppies. Awoo!
Worm Queen. Even as the neural sentry corrupts her best troops, she continues to send more. What is she after?
So, Worm Queen is sending her troops in to try and get something from Lua. We don't quite know what. But what you will notice is the void will touch this area. So, if you have gotten as far as Angels of Zariman, you guys will be used to Thrax units. Every 5 minutes in these survivals, you can now get Thrax units every 5 minutes.
Is attempting to purge you from this place.
So all in all,
for life support.
it's not too hard. The other thing that you will note as well is armoured units. Armour now shows differently on your units. So what you might notice, yeah, is next to their health bar, you've now got a shield. That shield is the armour. So if you armour strip, you might not strip the full 100% of armour. So in order to allow you to better see that, DE have now updated it with the new armour bar, which I quite like, I must admit. And another thing to note with this is that you can use your Necromech in this mission, but only limited. So make sure you time when you use your Necromech, because if you time it wrong, you won't be able to get it back for a long time. So make sure you're a little bit hesitant on how frequently you use it. Alright. All in all as well, as you keep looking around, there will be secrets dotted about, so keep an eye out, because there may be a certain void entity that might aid and assist your fight. And before anyone asks, no, it is not the man in the wall. Not this time at least. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head through towards the thing, and hopefully, we will find this entity. So, this entity is the Lone Guardian. Now, whilst you're in his area, you'll notice everything will go grayscale. Now, the Lone Guardian, he gives you buffs, but also that grayscale, for those of you who watched TennoCon 2022, you will all understand that that is linking to none other than the Duviri paradox. So make sure that you keep an eye out for certain secret things that are hidden amongst these conjunction survival missions. And we might also notice there's a frame fighter character data there. What I do notice that's quite intriguing is, as you're wandering with the Lone Guardian, you can also hear the music from the trailer for Duviri. So you've got the woman singing. Singing her quiet and peaceful tune. The other thing to note, I'm waiting for it. There we go. Because it is Lua, you will have Oculists. If the Oculists scan you, just like in any other normal Lua mission, when the Oculists scan you, they will call for sentient fighters. So, in terms of the enemies that you face here, not only are you facing corrupted and potentially some cracks, you might also notice normal sentients spawning in as well. So make sure you're wary of that. If you want to fight the sentients, by all means get yourself seen. And then you will have your Thrax spawning in. And just to let you know as well, there are new types of Thrax here. So these are called Hollow Thrax. And Hollow Thrax are much easier to kill. So
if you need to leave, extraction is ready. These manifestations, they aren't from
the issue with those Thrax, as Lotus was just saying, they will drain your life support. So if you have eyes on a Thrax unit, make sure you kill it, because they drain your life support twice as fast. So you're going to make sure that they're not staying alive too long, because if they stay alive too long, they could drain your life support at such a rate that you could potentially run out a little bit more easily. And obviously if you run out of life support, the mission is over. So make sure that when your Thrax units are spawning in, that you are remembering to get rid of them. But for now we're going to extract, because I'm going to try out the newer one. And for somehow we already got the Sarafang blueprint. And the other thing that you'll note is Lua Thrax Phasm, but I will discuss those in a second. Right, we've had a random
Tenno,
invasion
the balance of
spawn.
power continues
But then you'll
to
notice
shift.
Circulus
Navigation is
is
marked with
an
new
Orokin conjunction
locations.
survival. 80 to 100 is our Circulus. So for Circulus, we're going to want something a little bit stronger. So I'm just quickly going to switch to my Tenet agendas, and I'm going to switch to my Harrow, just so that we have a little bit more durability and a little bit more capability with melee weapons. And we're going to go straight into the Circulus. So this is 80 to 100, so this is obviously a lot harder. But the other thing to note as well, there does exist a Steel Path version of this node. So if you want to complete your Steel Path, you do now have a 180 to 200 conjunction survival that you must complete. So all in all, pretty high level stuff.
Lua stirs, and lost ancient chambers emerge from her ruin. Advance into this blasphemous
And just saying,
space, so that I may
DE
unearth
have not
what's
told
buried
us what it
so
is,
long ago.
but there may be something Duviri related hidden amongst these missions, so keep an eye out for anything that could be related to Duviri other than the Lone Guardian. But other than that, let's go for it.
The Orokin Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Alright. We can slaughter our way through this, hopefully. All these effectively are is just normal survival, but with a bit of a twist. So make sure that you keep on top of your life support and don't let it drain you too low. Okay, that is not really what I want. I do not want to be attacked by someone right now. That is not useful at all. Right.
All manner of Orokin technology may work here due to the Circulus's proximity. If you have a necromech, you may use it.
We found the Lone Guardian again, so that's always useful. Also found the little music room. Obviously I don't need to do that, so... Intriguing how the Lone Guardian sits before the life support capsule, because he sits a bit like we did in the sacrifice with Umbra. Sits there with the hands upon her knees. But in theory, if you can kill stuff quick enough, then realistically you shouldn't need to use the capsules. So as you can see, like, as long as you've got the right stuff with enough mods on them, this isn't exactly a difficult mission. It's about... I mean, realistically, it's going to be easier than doing an Archon hunt, say, or easier than Steel Path as well, for the even for the 80 to 100. Obviously, you can do Steel Path of these nodes, which then makes matters more difficult, but if you're not doing these nodes on Steel Path, they're really not that difficult, to be honest with you. So... and also, make sure you explore as well, because you never know what could be hidden amongst the ruins of Lua. However, I say that right now, I'm trying not to be seen by the Oculus. But we also have two Thrax to spawn in at 5 minutes, but they are thankfully only Eclipse Thrax Centurions, so they're not quite Zariman.
But you need to leave. Extraction is ready. Void signatures, but outside the collective. They are draining your life support, and fast. Eliminate them quickly.
And they give us these lovely, lovely Lua Thrax Plasms. You just kill those like normal. And then move on with your day. Right. Just because our life support is lowering, and I want to try and go for 10 minutes this time. Going to use a couple of life support capsules. Right. And because of our mysterious lone guardian having a habit of heading towards the nearest life support capsules, he's going to take us back towards this one, so we'll go with him. All in all, it's a fairly simple process. And to be honest, they're a fairly straightforward mission. I think if you've just done the wall within though, you definitely don't want to be doing the higher level version. You do not want to be doing this 80 to 100, but if you're at the point I'm at, so sort of post New War, the 80 to 100 really shouldn't be an issue for you. So it all depends on where you're at. If you're doing Lua's Prey pre-New War, then the 80 to 100 might be a bit of a challenge, but post-New War shouldn't really be that bad for you, especially if you are like me doing the Archon hunts. I want to find my lone guardian, but I think he's just disappeared, or he's heading off towards the next one. It's very interesting watching him slowly drain the colour of the area around him. Right. The other thing as well to remember is, obviously as an endless mission, you do have enemy level scaling, so as you go on, the levels of the enemies will get higher, so just bear that in mind, because obviously if you want to try and stay for, say, 20 minutes on this top level one, those missions are soon going to become level like 110, 120 enemies, and at that point you might start to struggle a little bit more, so obviously don't go any longer than you think you are capable of.
Don't worry, I'll take very good care of Voruna. I have just bought in the kennel for her.
Tenno. The void has summoned a new presence. These are like destroy these manifestations. The queens have sought out Warframes before, or sought to present them.
Right. I've just walked over here really quickly because obviously with the Thrax here, my life support is draining twice as fast. So, just going to activate these 2 life support capsules really quickly. Just so that hopefully we don't lose quite as much in life support. So hopefully we have the time to kill these 2 Thrax before we extract. However, I feel like I may have bitten off more than I can chew. So, right now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to extract them very quick. So I'm going to head straight to extraction. It's a shame we couldn't quite beat the Thrax unit, but just know that you don't instantly fail. Like, if you've not done 5 minutes, then you'll instantly fail, but as long as you've done your 5 minutes, you don't instantly fail. It just gives you the time to get to extraction. Right, the very last thing I want to mention just before we do leave the video though is, well, actually, do any more points towards your mastery rank, these new nodes? No, they don't appear to. So just bear that in mind, that those 2 nodes, even if you don't complete them, they won't affect your mastery rank. But the other thing is the Lure Thrax plasms. Where can you use them? Where are they useful? They are useful for Archimedean Yonta. If you don't know, once you've done Angels of the Zariman, you get access to the Zariman. So if we head onto the Zariman, we'll head to the Chrysalith, which is the main open area, a bit like Fortuna, the Necrolisk, and Cetus. And then if we go through here, you want to go to Archimedean Yonta. And now you can go trade for Lure Thrax Plasm, and you'll see straight away, this is where you get your new parts for things if you can't find them. So there's a new region, which you will notice straight away that we can buy. So that is a new capture scene, which is Lure Circular scene, which costs 250 Thraxplasm. So that is the secret area that I was looking for in Circulus. I didn't find it though. But if you find that area in the mission, that is the secret that you're looking for. There's also the new 4 arcanes from this update. Arcane Blessing being the very, very cool one, which each time you pick up a health orb, it'll increase your maximum health for the rest of that mission. So all in all, a very, very powerful arcane. You can also, though, if you're struggling to get the Serafang, Perigale, and Voruna and the parts, then you can actually buy them here from Archimedean Yonta for your Lure Thraxplasms. So, in other words, if you want the Perigale, Serafang, and Voruna, then you're going to need to be playing a lot of the new Conjunction Survival, either way, because you either get them from the mission, or you get them from the Thraxplasms. Same with the new Arcanes. But with that in mind, guys, that was a good look at Lure's Prey and a good breakdown of how it works. I hope you guys found the video informative, enjoyable, and fun to watch. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.